Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Megan Dang. I'm a 22-year-old type 1 diabetic, and I recently switched to the Omnipod 5 and Dexcom G6 system from the Medtronic 670G with the Guardian. And in this video I'm going to be talking a bit about my experience and also about just my overall impressions and what I think. So I got this pump 3 months ago, back in August, and when I got it, I did a little unboxing video. I got the Omnipod 5 and Dexcom G7. It's the 4-year renewal mark this time, and I decided to finally get a different pump system. So I've been diabetic since I was 3 years old, so for the last 19 years, and I've been using a pump since I was 6. Since then, I've always used a Medtronic pump, but I finally decided to get a new one. This has honestly been the craziest journey. I've been trying to get this pump since June of this year. It's now August 15th. And all summer, I was literally on the phone with my insurance company every day for like 4 to 8 hours every single day. It was actually a diabetic's worst nightmare in terms of getting supplies and insurance and all that. But for today, I'm just going to enjoy the fact that my packages are all finally here and I can unbox and get started with this system. So this is the welcome kit for the Omnipod 5. I just opened it up out of the box, but I haven't checked it out or anything yet. These are what the pod refills look like when you don't get the welcome. And then here is the Dexcom G7. I just opened it like this. The main reason why I wanted this is because it's tubeless, which is insane. And I know a lot of people have had it already before me, but it will definitely be a game changer for me. I love Dexcom. I used Dexcom before a few years ago, but then I switched to the Guardian because I have it on the Medtronic system, so it just made sense to have them together to use auto mode. But I love Dexcom, so I'm so happy I'm back to using this. I'm gonna open this up. Okay, so it says that to scan this to get started. Okay, so I guess that's where I stopped that video, and I just never made any more videos about the pump or the update or explaining how it went. So it's now December, and I thought I'd do a little 3-month update since I've been using it. Since I started using the pump when I was 6 years old, it's always been Medtronic. I started using the Medtronic and the Guardian together when I was 18 years old, so I've been using it for the past 4 years. And before that, I tried using the Dexcom a few different times throughout high school, but I didn't really rely on CGM or anything like that. But I did remember really enjoying the Dexcom and kind of just the user experience of it all. So the issue with Medtronic 670G and the auto mode is that it's so unpredictable. I feel like a lot of the time it's not working. For some reason, the sensor and the pump won't connect, and there are just so many issues. So what I've experienced with the Omnipod 5 and Dexcom G6 is that it's very seamless. I feel like there aren't any hiccups really with it. It's always working with one another, and I feel like my blood sugars are very stable when I'm using the automated mode on my Omnipod. And the Omnipod 5, and it works with the Dexcom G6. I was actually sent the Dexcom G7 and told that it would work with it, but then it ended up not. So in that video, I didn't know that at the time. The thing that I don't like about Dexcom is that when you go low, there's no way to silence it. It'll alert you on your Omnipod, like screaming at you. It alerts you on your PDM, it alerts you on your phone. Even if you're not low anymore or whatever and it's just laggy, it's like screaming at you, which can be really annoying, especially at work or when you don't need it to be alerting you anymore. The other thing about Dexcom is that you don't have to calibrate or test your blood sugar at all with Dexcom G6, which is amazing. I didn't even know that was a feature. I've tested my blood sugar maybe 5 to 10 times in the last 3 months just because I wasn't trusting of it. I was like, there's no way that this is accurate. Every time my blood sugar has been within 10 of the reading So of the actual reading, which is insane. So I would definitely rate that as a crazy improvement. The system itself isn't that hard to understand. You just have your PDM. I also thought that it was part of the phone, but I guess it's not FDA approved yet, like the iOS version, so hopefully it comes out soon. I've been having a hard time forgetting this a lot of the time. Like, I'll leave this when I go out on walks because I'm just not used to having to bring a wireless pump because I'm so used to it just being on me all the time and not having to think about it. So that's another adjustment that I've had to get used to. But on your screen, you have your pod info, your dashboard, which shows your blood sugar, what's on board, and then it shows the insulin screen, and then after that, it's the pod info screen. So if you want to bolus anything, you just go there to the bottom of the screen and press on it, and you can just enter the information. It's very straightforward, which is nice. And then when you go to the side dashboard, as you can see right here, you can switch modes. I'm currently in automated mode because that's the mode I always like to be in. And then when you're doing activity, this is basically just temp target. It has worked really well whenever I'm doing exercise and I just set it on that, or if I want my blood sugar to stay in the higher end, it's worked really well. There's the pod, and then if you want to enter your blood sugar. Below that are just some setting stuff. There's general, CGM transmitter, reminders, glucose range target, basal and bolus, and I haven't had to mess with really any of the setting stuff. I always have this on airplane mode just so that the battery can last longer, and there's no reason why I think you need Wi-Fi on this. So the question of if I would recommend this to others or not. I personally really love how convenient it is that having a tubeless pump. It was just such a process for me to get this pump, which I'll talk about in a future video, I'm sure. But I think that it was worth it just because of how well the system works together. It's very seamless and easy to understand, and just the convenience of not having a tube connected to you at all times. It makes me feel so much more free, and yeah, just like free, I guess is the word. I also like just like how it works, putting it in, you just place it on you and the system does it for you. The one downside is just the alerts, but I understand that they're there for safety and in case of an emergency and they're necessary, but it is just kind of an annoying little downside. Yeah, that's been my experience so far, and it's been really good. It's been a very smooth transition because I feel like this is very user-friendly and very simple and straightforward for people to understand. I just did the online guide when I got started, and yeah, if anybody has any questions getting started, if you yourself are in the process and want some advice, I'm not sure how much help I can offer, but feel free to leave it down below.